once again, Real People, Real Life, and thank you, James, for staying with us.
Oh, okay.
You are delightful. You really are. We get to talk during the breaks, and we can, find out a few more things.
Three more things.
You've been doing this, 25 years here in Wichita, since 1989.
That's correct.
You've been working with neighborhood groups and different associations since 1989. My daughter was born in 89, so immediately I know that's like 25 years ago. My gosh. So you were one of the first things that you guys set out to accomplish 25 years ago.
Well, when we said, give you a little history of my own neighborhood association. Neighborhood associations, homeowner associations, is not nothing new.
Right.
I'm from the second oldest neighborhood association in the city of Wichita that organized back in the early 1960s. They did that to further the cause of integration.
Right.
And then it's other ones. You got Fairmont Neighborhood Association is old, and Midtown, all of those associations are old. They've been around for a while. But that's when we organized. And what we organized for, reorganized again in 89,
Right.
was to try to make a difference in the crime, not only in our area, but all across the whole city of Wichita. As I talked about before, South Wichita, it didn't matter.
Didn't matter, right.
Because we came together with 6 neighborhoods at the time when we organized when. And then we just blew up. In 1993, it was 45 of us. And by that time, we were on the road.
Wow.
Crime's quite mobile nowadays.
Crime is mobile now.
Yeah, now it's all smash and grabs. We catch them quite often. We finally hooked a few of them where they come into the parking lot of the club and they just look through car windows and they'll smash something and grab it out of the car.
So that timetable kind of parallels when community policing was getting organized.
Getting organized, right. And it was a new philosophy. Community policing was a new philosophy. Everybody in the city of Wichita did not buy community policing. And so it took, at that time, Chief Mike Watson, Deputy Chief Norman Williams, and some of the other ones to push this. And the way they did it, they came into the neighborhoods. No, it didn't matter. And they sold us on community policing. I remember writing a letter, I think it's to former Mayor Elmer Broadfoot. I didn't know what community policing was. I thought it was new. And I know a lot of people was against it. And I told us, we want to support this. We want to see what's going to happen. Because that new philosophy engaged the entire community.
That new way of thinking.
Is that
That
the
new way of
citizen
thinking.
arrest thing? Is that what we're talking about?
No.
Citizens arrest has been around for years.
That's
That's what I
right.
thought.
Now this here is where you got one police. It's a community. He's off on his feet in his car, whatever,
Exactly.
and he's in that neighborhood. I know in District 1 we have one for this first district, 21st Street Quarter. You go down to Atwater, we got another one in that area. You go to Fairmont area, you got another one. You come out west, they have one in Westlake. You come to Midtown here, you have 1 or 2 down in that area. So they're everywhere. And these are people that comes out that talk to students, the businesses, and most of all the organizations.
Have you guys assigned extras for the area where that woman was?
No, we
assaulted?
didn't. Just one, because like he said, crime today is mobile.
Yeah,
Right,
crime's
right.
mobile. There's nobody exempt.
Right, there's
So let me
No
ask
one
you this,
place.
because I know at our neighborhood association, I have no idea. I've been there 20 years. I can't tell you who. I remember one time. I take that back. Excuse me. I remember one time. It was a nice, kind of summer month, and a police officer came on a bicycle, and my husband and I were running around, and we had left the garage door up, and he came and he said, I just want to tell you, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the neighborhood, and you might want to leave your garage door shut, because we've had a lot of folks with lawnmowers, and I think back then it was mostly the kids' bicycles. If your garage door was up, and they kind of watched you for a while, and if there wasn't anybody moving around, they just would run in and grab something and load it up. And then there's been a lot of folks talking lately about if you see them moving an unmarked and sometimes even a U-Haul, pay attention.
That's right.
That happened to us.
I know.
Somebody backed in.
Unfortunately, when
emptied the
you're
house.
talking about crimes like this rape murder that took place up there on 21st,
That was
it
so
used to
horrible.
be that everybody looks at the neighborhood and says, "Oh, that's a bad neighborhood."
That's right.
Well, we still have bad neighborhoods. I've got a bad neighborhood that's just south of the club there, where the police are down there all the
Right.
time because that's a congregation of
But
bad
they're
eggs.
all over now.
But they're mobile because
Right.
there's nothing that reflects on that particular neighborhood when
You're
we're
right.
talking about a crime of that level because it can occur anywhere.
Anywhere, and that's something that I wish people would understand. You know, I think there's and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Does it get old to have people try to narrow? What were we talking about earlier? It's like you're trying to corral people into one area, one place, and then make that the problem. We forced them
That's
over
your
here.
Agenda 21 thing.
You're so right, because it seems like in our society today, if you're poor, we're going to keep you together.
That's what it seems like to me.
If you're middle class, we're going to keep, and if I'm up here with the money, I'm going to dictate all of you.
I blame a lot of that on this whole concept of covenants.
Okay.
Because you're going to have an area here where the covenants are going to say you got to cut your grass this way, you can only use that grass
True.
seed, you got to have this kind of garage door, this, that, and the other. Now,
That's true.
what they have done is made sure that they've only got a certain class of people who are going to live
They
there.
can afford that.
You know,
And,
that's right.
And then they're going to turn around and tell this guy over here who has been there a lot longer than that neighborhood, well, you got a storage container out there that we think is an eyesore. So all of a sudden, the new people's rights supersede this guy that's been there for years, and they tell him he's got to do something different with his property in the name of the community. In my mind, in a perfect world of Joe, if you don't like how my yard looks, you can build a privacy fence so you don't have to see it. That's my property, and I pay the taxes
I
on
hear
it.
you.
Amen.
Can I say something? Now,
Go for it.
What WIN does with quality of life issues. That's what we are all about.
Right on. I like
Safety. Safety. How many of you watch the TV? Do you know that Wichita, Kansas has the highest infant fatality rate in the United
Highest
States?
We do.
infant?
Yeah, we do.
In the United States, 67214 is one of our areas, is the number one in the country.
Wow.
And so this was on the news last night. I'm not making this
People
up.
not paying attention.
And let me say this then: if you go into, you barrel, put all your poor people in the one area where you got your low rent, low income, and all that. And this is what we're about. I heard you talking a while ago about sewage and drainage. When you drive down the street and see kids playing in a drainage ditch out here that's got mud, grease, and everything else in it, that's what we're about. That's quality of life issue. That's that kid that may die from something, because you don't tell them what you're going to get. You see all this illegal dumping.
Right.
What's the main thing in Wichita, Kansas is bed bugs and insects.
Yeah.
This stuff on the streets, kids can get sick from it. They play on it. And this is what we're about, quality
The
of life
city,
issue.
again, I always blame the city for a lot of things. They got their priorities wrong. They're fighting with me over the potential of a lead paint flake on a 100-year-old building when I got people about to fall through the porch. So we build a new porch, and all of a sudden they're all over me about this building a new porch because they want this paint worried about. They can see a paint flake. It's like, well, I don't think that paint flake's going to kill anybody. Falling through that porch might. Their priorities are all wrong. With another property that we had, we go in there and we take on the property, and the sewage is backing up. We've literally got 2 foot of sewage backed up in the basement. We're trying to solve the plumbing problems. Here comes the city mad because we didn't have a fire extinguisher and a smoke detector in a concrete staircase. This thing couldn't catch fire if he wanted to. There's no common sense anything to the way they apply their code or what it is they're mad about. They've got no idea what's going on with the property, so they come in and they put all these little deadlines on, you got to fix this, this, and this the way we want it. And that has nothing to do with what the real priority with the property is. If you've got a real threat to somebody's health, they're not paying attention to that because they got their code book.
Do you run into code issues a lot?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
I was going to say, I
yeah.
bet that's got to be a whole big puppy right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm listening to what he's saying. We are probably one of your biggest enemies if you want to know the truth about it, because we want our people in safe conditions. Now, you talk about flakes. What's in that flake of paint? Is it something here that's going to contribute to our youth fatalities that we have today?
In realistic terms?
Yeah,
No.
There's nothing in there?
Our founding fathers played with lead toys. They lived in houses that were painted in lead paint. They shot their food with lead bullets, and they were some of the smartest people in recorded history. This lead paint hysteria comes from little kids gnawing on paint flakes because they had a nutritional issue. You look at a bottle of baby formula, and there's all of 11 vitamins and minerals in it. You look at the average dog food, and there's no less than 21. Why are we feeding our dogs better than we are our kids? And then we want to blame paint for
I
it.
can't argue with you.
I know.
I can't argue with you.
Yeah,
That.
But
but we
it-
also
it's-
did
it's
a
the
show
paint
on
fault.
vaccine that said something. It kind of coincided with the whole SIDS thing. Remember?
Right.
I mean, I'm wondering if, like, I don't know.
We can go in so many directions. It's
It
interesting,
is.
but so the zoning that does play a
Oh
big
yeah,
issue.
oh yeah. That's one of our biggest fight is zoning.
We talk
And,
When you get up there in front of the city, do they have a good level of respect for you guys?
Oh,
and they
yeah.
will
Oh, yeah.
work with
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Tom
yeah.
Stoltz meets with us at a regular basis. He's
Okay.
over zoning for the city and the county have put their zonings together.
Okay.
And this new zoning code's in work now. That's we should be hearing something about here. If I hope by no later than April. That's
Okay.
out there. That's going to improve it for everybody. Because not
love
only
that.
I hear what you're saying. I'm also hearing about this mother that's complaining to the landlords about that flake of paint, that falling down porch. I'm also hearing that we hear about the bed bugs, the
Yep.
roaches, and the mice that's
This
in
is
the
a
thing.
serious problem. Unauthorized dumping, illegal dumping.
That was something I wanted to ask you about. Does the city allow you to dump free in the dump since you do these
The
cleanups?
city does have
The
3
city
days.
provides.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no. I know they have free days, but do they allow his organization whenever they so
when we-
choose to come there and
When-
dump for free?
No. When we have neighborhood cleanups, and I wish I'd left the pictures up here to take for
I
me
know,
to
I
get
know.
back to it. And this is when you'll see when we do have free dump days.
So you schedule your neighborhood cleanup
Oh, yeah.
It's with the
around
city.
the free dump
Yeah,
days.
I have participated in some neighborhood cleanups, and basically
too.
construction drop trailers, the big long,
Long ones.
30-foot long, big tall guys,
That's what we
that
have.
get out there, it's a good
That's-
place for you to go and take your brush,
Yeah.
the dead couch, tires
Well,
from the
what's really
backyard,
frustrating
whatever
is you
else.
clean a neighborhood up on Saturday, and
I
by
know.
Sunday evening it gets filled
can't
with
even
No
junk.
way, no way,
Oh.
no way.
It is.
Kill
It's
it.
heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
I
James
don't
has got
know
photos.
how- if you can get in on this.
But that's what we do. That's
Yeah.
And I tell you what, who's a great worker with us on this
Unbelievable.
is community policing.
Really?
And I do have
That's
pictures on there where you see community policing out here help clean and this up. And I thanks for the city we do this. And now I don't know how much of this trash is from Wichita. Some of it could be. I know it's from Bel Air. Probably some from Derby.
Because they just come and they dump in neighborhoods.
Well, we've had it
Well-
even in my, I live out west, okay, by the airport, and we have had an annual cleanup. Well, actually, I think we have 2, and I've seen that happen.
You've seen it
Okay, I have seen it with my own eyes, but I'm a little bit of a strange duck because I am still that neighbor that's watching out all my windows, and I'm going to go out here, and my husband's even more so. You're moving in. Hi, how are you? I
Yeah,
mean, that's
I wanna
know
just
you.
I want to know you.
Don't know
you know.
you.
And when we had a child missing in our neighborhood, I mean, we were right there, and getting Facebook pictures up and working with the police officers, trying to get the word out that this is a child here in Wichita that has gone missing, and here's what's going on.
And once again, we can get a hold of you guys through winwichita.com.
The Win Wichita.
Put in the word for. I'll set it
Dot
up on
what?
the Facebook
We'll get
page.
it up.
Yeah, Don's got it there.
I'll set you up there.
We'll get it up there.
And get it up. And
Yeah.
believe it or not, it's I love what I do. I guess I wouldn't do it. I'm people oriented. I'm community oriented.
And we thank you, James. Thank you
Yes.
very, very much. We'll be right back. Real people,
Okay.
real life.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Real People, Real Life, going on location. Thanks to Mid-America Power Sports. And Go Pro 4, now at Mid-America Power Sports, 333 Northwest Street, Wichita, Kansas, America.
At Trailer Town, we're all about selection, service, and safety. Trailer Town Selection, hundreds to choose from, small to large, lightweight aluminum to heavy-duty steel, all types, new and used. Trailer Town Service, the best in the Midwest, from wiring to axle repair. Trailer Town Safety, yes, we do Department of Transportation inspections. Trailer Town, trusted, family-owned, 301 West 53rd Street North.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg Drive. A Wichita tradition for awesome dining and always a great time. Enjoy our Monday to Thursday specials, including half-price chicken and shrimp dinners. Sal's is open 7 days a week. Come in, relax, and let us give you the treat of fine dining and good fun in a beautiful atmosphere. From our family to yours, Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg, Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, welcome back once again. Real people, real life.
America.
And I think we've just about been all over today. I think this will probably be the best thing that we could think of to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and let's make a difference. And I think one of the things is, and I was talking to a veteran today, he said, you know, Robin, one thing I look forward to is music. It heals me in so many ways. And everybody here that you see, and there's a lot of them that couldn't make it, okay, we all have shows on baconrock.com.
Music.
Okay? Baconrock.com, we are worldwide, and we are unlimited, and we do serve millions. Okay, so I'm going to start with our ladies over here. We have Princess Mufasa, we know.
That's right here.
Yes. Wednesdays. Tell me about what you guys are doing.
Well, we drink. No, I'm just kidding.
We drink.
Well, we lock the door in the studio, and you guys can't have any. No. Okay, so we have yet to make it through one show without talking about
Sex
and
drinking.
alcohol. You know,
I haven't been invited yet.
but the thing is
Seriously.
our show is Karma Code every Wednesday from 7 to 11. We promote random acts of kindness sometimes, and then sometimes.
That's the time.
Then sometimes we have like themes of the month, which this is just Christmas, and we're just trying to help you guys get through it. Like, you know, trying to help you guys figure out ways to deal with the
Holiday
kids,
stress.
finances, all those fun things. So like we've done some research, not a whole lot, but a little, and we pass it along.
Don't you love how I started there? Okay, and my hubby Keith behind
The glue.
me,
Hello.
the man with the
Call it
plan.
the glue.
Man with the plan, I don't think so.
Okay, so you and George Chapin, who's obviously not here because he's in Texas.
We are the Bacon Brothers. We're
Yeah.
the two greasiest guys on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Bacon Brothers.
We have unsigned bands from all around the world. Right now we have over 1,500 bands that we promote on our show alone. That we're making people's dreams come true, and it's all about having fun with music. We talk a whole heck of a lot about nothing, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And hopefully we don't make too many people upset, but I know when you go to do an interview on our show, you better be ready to get poked and ribbed a little bit, because we have fun doing that too.
Because it's not FCC regulated.
That's
No,
right.
we're not. We are not.
And we are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon.
There you go.
The Bacon Brothers.
The Bacon Brothers. And
Bacon
one of the
Bake.
newer shows that we just recently added, Randy Crump, my friend, I've known you for a while.
A long time.
I know. And now you're part of the family.
Yes.
Tell us what's going on.
Well, Bacon Blues with Randy Crump, which shows up every Sunday morning from 9 to noon. And what it is, I'm drawing on, I've been doing blues radio shows in town since 1975. Was involved with the Wichita Blues Society forever.
I know.
President many times, one of the founders.
Yeah.
And what I do is share my knowledge of blues with everybody. And I love the format because there's not play a song, here's a commercial, play a song, here's another commercial.
Nope, that's
it's
not
a
us.
lot of music.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the fun part of it. Plus, you said it's on the internet.
Yeah.
So, you know, I really, the other shows in the past, I just talked about music, the commercials, how in and out, and now I just play music.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you about things on town, what's live music, what's going on,
Right.
that kind of thing. But basically, it's wonderful for me, and I think the audience to enjoy the blues, which is America's music. So
True. I
that's
love
what
it.
I do.
I love your show on Sundays. I'm so glad you came on. I'm going to jump back
Right on.
Joey Stone, you follow Randy.
Actually, I do follow Randy.
You
It kinda
follow
fits,
Randy on
you know?
Sundays, yeah.
Yeah, I've got noon to midnight, except for a break in between. Sometimes we'll break off from
Yeah.
country and maybe do some Pink Floyd live or
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin, but
Sunday
Sunday
live.
live.
Sunday live.
Oh, absolutely. Try to do nonstop commercial or nonstop concerts
Yeah.
from 5 to 7 if we have it. You know, if I play too much Frampton, let me know.
Yeah, right,
But
right.
otherwise, noon to midnight, it's all country,
Yeah.
alternative, indie, new, old, lots of
Love
old,
it, yeah.
dusty, moldy country that we got to dust it off
Yeah.
before we can even throw it in the CD player. And
I know, right?
That's what that smell is.
That's what that musty
what
stuff
you're
is.
smelling on Monday, guy.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot. Leave that Sunday behind. Okay, and Joe?
Blues
that's
rock,
Joe
and
Blues.
I can't give you the third word because we're on a FCC regulated
Regulated
deal.
now.
Anyway,
We're
BRB
regulated.
You're on Saturday nights, yeah. So
rhymes with lit.
Can you tell that we are used to not being FCC regulated? Yeah. And then they're like, let's go from radio and let's go FCC television. I'm over here going,
My
Do
show's
you have any
mainly
idea?
blues and rock, and then I throw in my little segments talking about all the fertilizer that gets spread around these days, and my disgust with the same. So
there you go. Okay, well, that's pretty much true. Okay, and Santa Claus, Mike.
Yeah.
How are you, Mike?
Doing wonderful.
Good. And you're on Fridays.
Friday nights, I think it's from 7 to 10.
7 to 10.
Light Shine. It's the program. It's really kind of unique and different.
It is. I love it.
It's very eclectic, and for those that don't know, I'm a pastor,
Right.
which is really kind of strange sitting where I'm sitting. But
Oh, thanks a lot. You know, here we go. Especially next to that guy.
I've been called the Antichrist before.
I've worked, I worked in music for a lot of years
you
and
have.
have known a lot of bands, and I play a wide range. Right now, I'm doing Christmas music.
I
I'm
know.
doing it from everybody from Led Zeppelin to Bruce Coburn to Roy Bachman. And what I normally try to do is I believe that the spiritual component of each of us is a part of who we are.
Right.
And everybody from U2 to The Alarm to Led Zeppelin and even Rob Zombie
Yeah.
has songs that address that area. So I try to let the music do the talking.
Yeah.
And I
love
try
it.
to talk as little as I can. So
Yeah.
love doing the show.
Yeah, we loved it. Friday night you doing
Yeah.
the Christmas songs and a little
It
bit.
was awesome.
I liked the in between patter too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I finally
And
got
then
it
Don,
on, you mean?
you.
I do a little bit of everything. I do what's called Americana.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a combination of all American styles, whether it's blues, whether it's country, whether it's rock and roll. But Americana is a very broad thing, and I try to bring almost 3 hours, 9 to 12 on Saturday mornings.
Right, right.
And so we're just bringing all the good stuff. Steve Earle or Alejandro Escovedo and anybody else.
And your sidekick is?
Diesel, yeah, Diesel. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, hi,
Diesel. Diesel, my nephew.
Hiya.
And Chris Reed, and he's taking classes. He's a diesel mechanic, one of the best in Wichita. But he also does music.
Right.
And he's an excellent choice of music. He's a producer, etc. So he's an
Good
awesome
music.
guy. He's an
I
awesome
know.
guy to have a sidekick in the studio.
I love it. We have another guy that wanted to be here with us today, but he's a local school teacher, okay, David Lusk. And David has Monday nights, and it is, God,
Custom City Sounds.
Custom City
7 to 10.
Sounds, 7 to 10. And boy, I'll tell you what, rockabilly. Is what kind of comes to my mind when I think about his show. It would be that kind of rockabilly type of music. So he couldn't make it with us today. And then, of course, like I said, George is in Texas. And then we also have some hosts that are all the way down in Australia.
Australia,
Brazil. And
Don't forget Johnny Rock.
I know. And Johnny, how can we forget?
Johnny can't be here right now because he's on the road with W-H-E-Y, Way Jennings. Waylon Jennings' grandson.
Correct.
He's
Oh.
out on the
Two
East
with him
Coast.
right now.
So you'll see whenever there's big concerts going on, a lot of times it's going to be Johnny Rock from Bacon Rock that will be on tour with them. It was really cool last year. Keith and I went to Colorado, and then we were bringing in the new year, we brought it in on Bacon Rock from Australia time zone with our Aussie friends down there that have shows, and then we came to the United States. We brought it in from coast to coast, okay, because we had people, at every time zone. Because Johnny happened to be in Las Vegas, and then we were. So the cool thing, and we've been in radio for so long.
April 1st, 2010.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you and I, Randy and I, have been in radio in the old school days, where it's so interesting to me, okay, to watch how this is playing out and how it's changing. You know, when I first got involved in radio, probably in 94. No, excuse me, 84. God dang. In
great year for
84, we really had 3 stations. I want to say maybe 3 or 4.
In Wichita?
Yeah.
Yeah, but mainly AM.
Right,
And then was the FM coming, because FM really blew up in 77, 78.
Yeah, it was because if I remember right, in '84, let's see. Of course, we had KFDI country, and then we had T95 was not born yet.
No.
Oh, I remember when
84.
honey, when T95 was born, because I did work there.
Right.
You worked there, I know.
Well, I was sales manager
Right.
there in 1979.
Yeah, there you go.
And
That's
it
true.
was brand new.
Okay, I just know that I was going to Cheney Lake for a party by the lake. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was.
What? You remember KLAO.
KFA. Must not have been much of a party.
And what is it? The other? There's a couple of. There were several AMs.
There was a ton of AMs. I know KLEO was an AM back then. But so we went from just 5 or 8 stations maybe to how many do we have now? Because if I was
you count them all, because now it becomes if you listen to the show at the top of the hour when they say the ID, there'll be Hayesville, Wichita,
right,
Derby, Wichita,
right.
And so there's all these variations of how close they can get. Because
I prefer radio, so they don't have to see the expression on my face when I'm discussing.
Yeah, you do prefer radio. And one more, another show.
A show?
Another show. Well, no, I want to talk about Dwight's show. It's All BS, which follows. Actually, it follows you on Saturday and is on before you. And that is with Dwight. And he does a ton. Oh my God, he's got to be on. I don't know.
He is all local and regional music from here in Wichita. That's all he plays on it, and he does a wonderful job doing it.
A lot of interviews.
He's been doing it
a lot
for
of
2.5 years, almost 3 years now.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I'll do radio. I can do TV. I think the coolest thing though when we started Bacon Rock was you have to first of all have a love of music.
So there's a lot of bull on bacon.
A lot.
Well, yeah, here we go.
That's us,
So, yeah, there's the bacon song. There's bacon lunchboxes. There's bacon coffee mugs and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so one of the things
they can smell it.
I know, and yes, I
Sorry about that.
being the vegetarian that I am. No, bring it on, bring it on. It's all good. It's all good. But one thing is, you gotta love music, and you just gotta love communicating somehow, some way with people, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I forgot that
pretty simple.
our show is 80s. I forgot to talk about the music on our show.
I know. Hello.
No, because it's all about
You in the 80s?
80s.
Shocking.
Yes. Can you imagine?
We're doing some Christmas 80s. Well,
Leg
actually,
warmers.
also Christmas. So yeah.
Leg warmers. There you go. Yep. And so we
That's
just
big
thought,
hair.
there's been a lot of shows that we've brought you here at Real People, Real Life, and I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that behind the scenes, we're all doing
Radio.
so many other things too,
Yeah.
including radio.
We're
So
all kind of a big
you
deal.
can catch us, on live and local TV every Tuesday. Yeah, Bacon Rock, Bacon Rock, Bacon Rock.
Show them puppies.
Bacon Rock.
Oh Lord. Okay. And we just kind of go from there and have fun. So I know there's a lot of stress going on in the world right now, and we understand that, but we got to get a lot of love going, and we got to get a lot of music going. So join all of us at baconrock.com.
BaconRock.com.
See you next week.
The views expressed in the preceding program do not necessarily represent the views of this station or its management.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better. We're doing it better all the time.
Credit King Auto Sales, the king of buy here, pay here. Bad credit, no problem. The King specializes in getting you in the ride you want no matter the credit score. Credit King doing it better all the time with the largest selection to choose from in all price ranges at one location. The King's Corner, 31st Street South and Broadway. Kansas' biggest buy here, pay here. GoCreditKing.com.
Knapp Weaponry is the home of Wichita's newest indoor temperature-controlled shooting range. Mention this ad for 2-for-1 pricing weekdays from noon to 4. Knapp Weaponry is an NRA Business Alliance member that offers NRA and state-certified instruction classes, training, and women's unarmed self-defense classes. We buy and sell new and used guns and offer gunsmith services. Knapp Weaponry offers a free range session with the purchase of a new gun. We also offer transfer services and an array of ammo. Knapp Weaponry, the West Side's best-kept secret.
At Economy Motors, we know that everything costs more these days. Gas costs more, utilities cost more, groceries cost more. But what's one thing that will not cost you more? Buying your next vehicle with us. Everything we have is priced $12,995 or under. Bad credit, no worries. No crazy gimmicks and no bait and switch. We keep it real. Economy Motors, home of Easy Pay. We've got your back.
Don't worry, please, don't worry, 'cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.